Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of mine. This time I'm back with Not Me episode 2. To be quite honest, I decided to do the next episode right away because that show intrigues me so much already. We have black and white, two twins that are that emotionally attached to each other that they literally feel what the other person is feeling, even though they are not even there. But just knowing that the other person is close to them is enough for them to be capable to feel the emotion that the other twin is going through. We have 3 friends with a trainer that make part of a gang, and apparently their goal is to destroy Dawi. Why? We don't know yet, but let's hope that we get more intel on what happens. Last episode ended with the gang wanting to burn down Tawi's house. So now I'm intrigued to know what Tawi did so horribly that they want to destroy everything this man does. If you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe. For the full uncut reaction, you can check out my Patreon. The link is in my description box below. And without further ado, let's start. Cigarettes. No, thank you. And I suppose that he always smokes.
ไม่ดูดนี่คือมึงจะเลิกบุหรี่เหรอวะมันกลัวมึงทวงบุญคุณมากกว่า
I'm scared. I am so scared for him. Like, imagine what they could be doing if they find out that it's not black, y'all. I am so scared for him. So scared for him. So apparently Black also smokes, and that group is used to him always wanting to smoke. So we can assume from White's answer that he's like, no thank you, because he doesn't smoke. So when he said no thank you, everyone looked up because they know that this man always smokes. Maybe he always asks around sometimes to get the smoke, as in like, don't be so arrogant or something, like just give me a cigarette. And now him saying no thank you, I don't want to smoke, he's like, excuse me. And apparently they already seem to have like a negative view of Black, because York asked, since when don't you want to smoke, like are you quitting? And Off's character said, no, he doesn't want to quit. He just doesn't want to owe you anything. Because if he takes a cigarette from you, that means that you can ask him for something. And you know how he is. He doesn't do favors. So he doesn't take it. He forgot to take his cigarettes with him. So he says, I'm not gonna smoke for now. Like, you already have that negative mindset. They could all want to hurt Black. They all seem to have that negative view of him. And they all seem to have this hate relationship, not just to Black, but to each other as well. So it could be a possibility that they were like, you're getting on my nerves, I'm trying to get rid of you. But it seems that they kind of are counting on Black for his leadership or something. So it kind of would be stupid. But maybe one of them is like, yeah, this man is doing too much. He is getting out of hand with his plans. We need a better leader.
ไอ้แบ็คมึงทวนแผนให้ทุกคนฟังดิ
I know nothing. Where is this man going? Not suspicious at all.
ถ้ามึงกำลังทำเรื่องผิดกฎหมายอ่ะกูทำไม่ได้นะเว้ย
ใจเย็นๆตอนนี้มึงเป็นแบ็คแล้ว
วันนี้มึงโอเคแน่นะ
Yes. Yes, sir. Very ready. Yo, I would be dipping. No excuses. I would be dipping.
แน่
I
ใจ
would
ใช่
be
ป่ะเรื่องเผา
out.
บ้านน่ะจะทำ
He keeps on second guessing, y'all. He's gonna be getting
อะไรของมึงวะ
caught.
แค่เราเผาบ้านที่ไม่มีคนอยู่ทำให้ใครเดือดร้อนวะนอกจากไอ้ทวี
My question here is, what good does it do? I understand that they want to burn down his house specifically. That means that they have beef with Tawi personally. But what good does it do if they burn down his house? They want people to know in general, not just Tawi. They want to know that everyone knows that a lot of people are upset with the fact that Tawi is above the law. Now, there are a lot of things that I can say about this. First off, if this man is above the law, nothing that people in the city do will revoke the power this man has in the city. One thing. The second thing, what good does it do to burn down his house if this man has so much money, if this man is so influential? Buying another place or building another building on the place that you will burn down tonight will be no problem for him. He can say, okay, get some workers in, clean up the burned ground, and we will build another bigger company on top of that. If this man is so influential, then building what you destroy tonight will not be a huge problem for him. So what good does it do that you burn down his house? If these people want to attack this man, they need to know how to play. They think that burning down this man's house, where no one lives in even, which first off, this is like securing their own safety. Like, I'm not harming anyone, so that's like off my conscience. I'm not hurting anyone, I'm just burning down one man's house. But if they truly don't harm anyone, it's not really gonna do anything. Like, I have to explain what I mean with not harming anything. A lot of people say that justice defines the means. If what I do is for a good cause, it doesn't matter if it's done in a shady way or something. Like, so that you guys get my view. These people try to tackle this man because they think that this man has the feeling that he can do whatever he wants in that city, and a lot of people have to suffer the consequences because of the fact that this man is so above the law that this man can allow himself to do whatever he wants, and if he hurts people in the process, it's okay, because this man is untouchable, he can do whatever he wants. So if he should harm anyone that is like, let's call it, that is poor, it's not like he cares, as in they think that this man doesn't even feel humanity, as in sympathy for the people that lived there. I remember last episode where they said that he bought this ground where people lived in, and because this man had money to pay for that ground, people that lived there, that had houses there, had to leave. What if they didn't have money to buy themselves or rent themselves a house? What if they didn't have that money? What if they didn't have the opportunity to get somewhere else, and living in that house away from the city was their only opportunity to live well? Like, if they burn down this man's house, what good does it do? And depending on how much more important stuff this man owns, he can pay off the media to not show the fire. Depending on where that house is, it could also be so secluded from the city that this man can pay off the media to be like, you're not putting this on the media. So what will today have used? So what good will tonight do? They need to hit this man in a way that will truly make the news, as in a positive way, not in a negative way. Because if this man is so above the law, and people that are against what he's doing, and they try him too hard, he could make life even more difficult for poor people like you all, trying to make it better for everyone else like you. You need to be careful with what you do. It needs to be well thought out. And I have the feeling that they don't do that. They just feel like they need to burn down this house, as in what my teacher once told me in school. If you want to weaken a land, what do? You take away their cities. You take away their land. You make it smaller. So this is like you taking away their power. And this is the exact same thing. If this man is so mighty, you need to find a way to tackle this man's power. You need to get evidence. You need to show that this man is doing stuff that is harming a lot of people in the city. Like, imagine if you find a group that can testify that, I don't know, 90% of the population is doing worse after this man has reached power. The government can't just ignore it because a city is ruled by its people and not by the government. If a government, a state, doesn't have any people, what do they rule? Where do they get their money, their power? From nowhere, because they don't have anyone anymore. There is no system anymore. So you need not only to police yourselves, but also the people that you want to follow. You need to police the people that follow you. And if the government doesn't do that and the people say you're doing shit, I'm leaving, sooner or later the government will have to do something because they are losing their power. Because the fact that a state has so much power, that a government has so much power, is because of how much people live in it. They all follow a certain system, so that gives a government, a state, a specific amount of power, a specific amount of control. If a government can't do that, then sooner or later it will use its followers. That's how things do. So you need to think it out, truly.
กูแค่ถามลองเชิงพวกมึงอะ
Oh my god.
มึงจะไปไม่ไป
I'm having secondhand embarrassment, y'all. Why? This man. He knew he wasn't gonna be capable to do it.
ไอ้แบ็คสรุปจะให้กูเผาบ้านยังไง
See, this man is the leader. They keep on asking
กู
him.
ว่ามันน่าจะมีวิธีอื่นนะ
มึงเป็นเฮียอะไร
A
เนี่ย
better way. Again. No,
กูจะ
but
ให้ทุก
it's
คนตายอยู่ที่
true.
นี่เหรอ
I can push you down, sir. Don't try
งั้น
me.
มึงไปจัดการฝั่งนู้น
Yes.
โยกกับแก้มตามกูมา
They all are ready to leave this man alone. You all figured out that this man can do shit no more. Sir, do something. You are already involved in this. Oh my god. Sir, I don't know how to explain this to you until you understand what's going on right now. You are literally making part of this gang right now. It doesn't matter if you help to destroy this house or not. You are still gonna be part of the people to blame for what happened that night. So if you help them to burn it down or not, it doesn't matter in a court. Okay? It doesn't matter in court if you actually participated or not. So instead of getting evil gang members on your ass, just help and help to get this over with as fast as possible before you get caught. And not make yourself become even more suspicious in their eyes. They already are on your ass the entire night because they know who Black is. They know how shady Black is. Apparently, Black doesn't care about hurting people because that's what York said when they were outside. They were like, you are capable to be concerned about someone else. As in, they don't believe that this man has humanity left. As long as this man is capable to complete his goals, he doesn't matter if someone else suffers because of what he's doing. So that means that he doesn't believe in teamwork either. He just thinks that all these members have something useful, something that he can use to his advantage. So, from becoming someone that wants to protect someone, he became the person that takes advantage of someone else. Because from the way they're behaving, they expect him not to have any sort of remorse inside of him. So, the fact that White has been gone these 10 years changed also this man's attitude towards human beings. He does not care to hurt anyone anymore, as in this man does not care to take advantage of someone else in order to complete his goals. He used to protect White from people that used to take advantage of him, and now, in order to complete his own goals, he's not willing to end the fight, he's willing to start and end the fight. As in, this man does not care. He does not care to hurt anyone in order to complete his goals. And if he needs to walk all over someone, take advantage of them, hurt them, or throw them under the bus, he will do it. And that's dangerous. And the fact that White is not like that and he can't even pretend that he is makes everyone around him already suspicious. They have been pointing out this man's attitude the entire night. And it's so sad that this man can't even try to pretend. It doesn't matter if he participates right now in what they're doing or not. It won't help him in a court. Because they're like, you were still present. You should have called the police or something. Because they see this as wrong, burning down someone's property. They see it as wrong, and especially if this house belongs to someone that is capable to be above the law. They will always have this man's ass before yours. They will always have him up here, and you will always be down here. So you need to take precautions. They already noticed that you're not acting the way you used to. You don't need to enhance their suspicion, sir. Try to pretend. I feel so bad for him because he does not want to be part of this. He doesn't understand the full picture, so he thinks that everything they're doing right now is wrong. He's in the house. So this man is also not having Dawi, huh? And how is this man supposed to get out? If they already started to burn? Sorry, this is the stupidest thing you could have done. I understand that he wanted to help them, but not having taken the safety precautions, you literally just signed your own death certificate. Sir, don't just stand there. There's a body behind you. I don't understand the relationship they have to each other, because they seem to hate each other, but they still care about each other.
โอเคนะ คุณมาทำอะไรที่นี่อ่ะ ผมขอเห็นหน้าคุณไว้ได้ไหม
Nope, you can't. Bye bye. He's like, baby, don't go. That's the only thing that was left. Look, they're all concerned about Black.
มีคนตายใครจะรับผิดชอบ แล้วมึงต้องเป็นคนรับผิดชอบเรื่องนี้มากที่สุด
It seems you were the leader, so you're the one who orchestrated
ของ
this.
มึงไอ้แบ็ค
Great.
เข้าใจนะ
So your brother is the leader of the
เพ
gang,
ราะมึงเกือบ
y'all.
ตาย มันเป็นใคร คนของไอ้ทวีหรือไง แต่มันบอกกูว่าไม่ แล้วไม่เห็นหน้ามึงหรือเปล่า
Yeah, because he pulled it down.
เชี่ยเอ้ย
This is meant for me, this show. All these metaphors. I love this because we know that Black is in the hospital. So the person that we see at the wall is White. Now, the person that is walking towards White is, in a certain sense, the memory of Black. You yourself are your own person. And because of the fact that we are all unique, what I think is right may not be what you think is right. And the other way around. Like, we all have different opinions. And depending on our own character and the environment we grow up in, that includes family, friends, school life, work life, depending on all the pain that we have to endure during the course of our life, we can change. We change from the person that we used to be. And that's when we switch from child to adult. Okay? Black's life has been different from the life of White. White was always kind of like pressured into becoming a diplomat because that's what his father wanted. And because of the fact that White always cares more about the opinion of other people, he was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. But by doing that, he neglected his own feelings. We saw in the first episode that he was not happy with becoming a diplomat. He tried to grit his teeth and was like, okay, I'm gonna let myself go with the situation because right now there is no other way. Like, in order to make someone else happy, he's willing to put his own needs, his own desires aside. And that's first off wrong because we're all different, like I said. So what I think is right, what I think would make me happy may not be what makes you happy. But that's okay, that's normal, because we're all different. We all have different heritage. We all are treated differently during the course of our life. We all have different people in our lives. Some people may have stuck by you, but they may not have stuck with me. So, considering the fact that I have experienced so much loss in my life, I may feel myself encountered with abandonment issues. You, because of the fact that you never lost so many friends, may not see it as heavily. You may not develop abandonment issues. But like I said, depending on what we have to endure, depending on all the pain that we have to take in, it can change us. Us as people, what we want to do with our lives. Black always used to stick up for White. But depending on what this man had to go through emotionally, considering the fact that he wasn't capable to count on White anymore. They didn't hear each other for 10 years. So he didn't even have White to like be his light in a certain sense. So he lost that light. He lost himself. So he stopped thinking about how he could still cling on to his humanity, and he decided to let the darkness consume him. He decided to allow all that negativity to change him into a worse person. He allowed the negativity not to fuel him and make him a better person. He decided to allow that darkness to consume him, his thoughts, and make him become, in a certain sense, numb, but also ignorant. He does not care about anyone else but himself. He's like, if I trample over people in order to get what I want, I will do it. I don't care. So he kind of lost his humanity by losing White, by being separated by his anchor, by his emotional attachment. That emotional attachment was the thing that made Black be capable to dim out the negativity around him, the negativity that was coming down on him by his parents, by the people around him, etc. White was the one enhancing his good sides. Because of the fact that White wasn't there anymore and he held so much resentment for the mom, he was like, screw being good. Trying to hold on to good personality traits until this point only brought me pain. Because of the fact that he cares so much about White, and White wasn't capable to stick up for himself, Black did it for him. So he didn't only get beatings, he suffered also emotionally. Because of the separation from White, he literally lost his light. So, normally, in my eyes, I don't know if I said it already, but if I didn't, I'm gonna say it now. If I mostly show negative personality traits, I'm lacking of goodness. As in, because of the fact that I'm not showing so much good, I'm viewed as evil. And because of the fact that I'm not showing that much positive personality traits, yet every single human being has both good and negative personality traits, I seek the presence of a good soul, of someone that shows more good personality traits than bad personality traits. That's how I balance myself out. And that's how it's working with every single human being. Me, for example, I show more positive personality traits. At least that's what I would like to think so. So, because of the fact that I feel so much positive personality traits, and I want to feel more personality traits because of the pressure around me, because of how people make me feel that being more positive is the only way for me, because I am that good girl. I did make a few references to that in Only Friends, episode 9. We are attracted then, or me, because of the fact that I'm only showing mostly good personality traits, I seek the presence of a negative soul, as in someone that shows more negative personality traits, because of the fact that I feel like I can show them, like the negative personality traits that I have. So, that is how it's working with everyone. Black lost his light, so he tried to seek the presence of good souls, considering the fact, as we can see here, he didn't find the good soul. The darkness kept on making him show more and more negative personality traits, as in he wasn't even willing to show 1% positive personality traits, because the reason for him to show them wasn't there anymore. White was his light, and Black was his darkness. Now that Black left and was separated from White, White was only capable to show positive personality traits because of the fact that he was the light. But he kept on seeking for negative personality traits, as in his partner, in his friends, etc. It's easier to see it from the negative point of view, as in from Black's point. He lost his light when he got separated from White. So he was seeking the presence of a positive person that could kind of give him the positive personality traits that he won't allow himself to feel anymore, even though he's feeling them. But he feels himself that he can show them. So he was seeking for that emotional tether that would show positive personality traits to balance him out. And since he didn't find it anymore, he wasn't capable to stop the darkness from consuming him. And that's bad. That's sad. And seeing how much they changed after their separation hurts White. And the person that we have in front of the screen right now, that's White's vision of Black. He desires to tell Black everything that he's been through, how much he has suffered from the distance. And seeing how much they have changed hurts him. Because like I said, they grew up differently. So it hurts him to see how much the separation has done a toll on Black. He is disappointed in Black because of the fact that White was his light. He was much more of a, let's just say it, a neutral person. He showed both sides, good and negative personality traits. So the fact that he had so much negative impulses inside of him wasn't that obvious. So now seeing that Black completely abandoned his humanity and gave in to all the negative impulses that he had makes White feel embarrassed. He is disappointed in Black because he was hoping, considering the fact that Black always told him that he should stand up for himself, which is something positive. You are proud of who you are, and you are not willing to allow anyone to walk all over you. He wanted or expected Black to continue being like this, but because he lost his light, he also lost that point. He's like, I don't care anymore. The important thing is that I get what I want.
ว่าที่นี่ทุกคนไม่เสมอภาคเบื้องหน้ากฎหมาย แต่สิ่งที่พี่ทำมันคือการทำลายกฎหมายซะเอง
I feel so bad for White. He is struggling so much. He feels like he lost himself again.
กูขอถอนตัว
Ooh, he said I quit. He said I'm done. The fact you put the helmet back down. Look at him. He's concerned. He's crying. He's crying.
อย่างที่บุกไปเผาบ้านกลางป่าสเปซิฟิกขนาดนั้นน่ะมันเป็นการเคลื่อนไหว
Yeah.
เชิงสัญญาแน่นอนถ้าไม่มีเรื่องเผาเนี่ยก็ไม่มีใครสนใจเรื่องนี้หรอกสื่อก็ไม่สนใจนำเสนอข่าวแล้วแค่เผาบ้านไม่ได้มีใครเป็นอะไรซะหน่อย
See?
แต่ถ้าเกิดว่า
This is literally what I said. This is literally what I said before they went into the house to burn it down. Because of the fact that no one is in there, no one cares. Because no one got hurt. The media is praising something insanely huge when there was severe consequences. And they don't seem to be ready to make those kind of sacrifices, as in, which means necessary evil. We saw it from Teen Wolf, y'all. They used necessary evil. In order to stop a huge villain, they were willing to sacrifice other human beings for a bigger goal. This gang doesn't seem to be willing to do that kind of sacrifice. But just burning down a house, literally, in the middle of the woods, I did say, depending on where this house is, this man is capable to literally get rid of all the burned ground and build another bigger thing on it. If that's how much money this man possesses. Now, it's literally what this man said. They wanted that house to be seen because they wanted to make it the media. But because of the fact that no one got hurt, this will just be another accident, you know? Like just someone burning down his house. But nothing will change. The fact that Tawi still is above the law is not going to change. This is the horrible part of this. The justice defines the means. If I want to be heard, I need to do something significantly. Something that makes everyone else listen to me. That means that I need to be willing to go to extremes. And that's the kind of risk that these people don't want to do. But just burning down a house where no one lives in, where there wasn't any actual consequences, anything horrible happening, as in someone losing their lives, or someone getting stabbed or something, the media doesn't care. They just report that the house was burned down, but so what? This man has so much money, this man is so above the law, that he can just as easily put another house there. If there isn't real consequences, as in, for example, someone losing their lives, the media doesn't care. They want to put Tawi below the law, just like everyone else. Because of the fact that Tawi is above the law is what gets on their nerves. So they're trying to find a way to put Tawi below the law. But trying to tackle houses that have no value nor any person that could be important, that could make the media consider Tawi or the people that burned down the houses' motions, will have been for nothing. If you keep burning down houses, if you keep trying to tackle this man without having a specific reaction, at the end of the day, everything you do will be for nothing. They want the media to react. They want Tawi to be put down the law, so they need to find a way to make that happen. They can't just say, okay, we're burning down this man's house. We're hoping it will make the media, and that way people will see how horrible this man is. No, sooner or later, if you keep on tackling this man's power, I don't know how influential this man is, but it could be possible that this man has a lot of people on the chokehold, okay? He could be responsible for a lot of people's misery if this man does something. So they need to be careful. And they're not taking that into consideration. They just think that burning down his house or tackling something that is of sentimental value for Tawi will make Tawi back down. That's not how things work.
การวาดรูปนูดสำหรับพี่เนี่ยนะนอกจากสัดส่วนแล้วก็แสงเงาที่สมหนึ่งที่สำคัญมากๆเลยก็คือความรู้สึกระหว่างเรากับแบบเนี่ยจะเรียกว่าวาดรูปเป็น
Try to build a connection. That's why they say that a lot of artists have their muse. I get inspiration from my muse, from the one I feel an emotional attachment to. Yeah, this one is his muse. Me too, sis. He's gorgeous, isn't he? He has been mesmerized by this man's eyes. Love this.
แต่แบ็คไม่ มันบอกว่ามันจะถอนตัว
ถ้ามันอยากถอนตัว ก็ต้องปล่อยมัน
Or you convince him to stay.
หรือว่ามึงอะจะไปง้อมันอะ
This man is a shipper.
ไม่มีทาง
Oh, yes way.
ตัวนี้หัวใจ50 เปอร์เมนต์ค่ะ
The emotional attachment.
ในที่สุดแล้วผมก็ต้องเผชิญกับมันเช่นเดียวกัน
Hello.
จะไม่กลับไปที่อู่แล้วเหรอ
No. What will I get?
ที่กูมาเพราะเฮียขอแล้ว
You told him you wouldn't do it, sir. This was all you.
เป็นเฮียอะไรของมันวะ
This man is a simp. I can't. I really can't. This show has me on a chokehold, y'all. I want to continue watching, but I can't. I want to continue watching right away. Anyway, this was it for this episode. I love this story. I love it so much. And I love the fact that they're not only tackling psychological pain, but they're also tackling you losing yourself. You're questioning everything around you. You're questioning your motives. You're questioning your own beliefs. If what you're thinking is actually right, or if you may never actually have gotten the chance to open your eyes. This man is literally going through a midlife crisis. He's questioning all of his beliefs, and he's actually starting to find happiness in what his brother used to do. And this is very intriguing. I'm intrigued to know how it's gonna work with Yok and his lover, because they actually seem to be a very good match, let me tell you. They are both fine. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments below what you think was best, and I will see you in another video. Bye.